Hello, my name is Adityo Pratomo. I'm product manager in the GoTo Financial infrastructure team. And today, I will share you some of a story about how we migrate our infrastructure to Ali Cloud. Okay, this is going to be quite lighthearted, so let's be less serious, okay? So, about GoTo Financial, we are one of the largest fintech companies in Indonesia, offering a wide range of secure and responsible financial services for individuals and businesses. Our range of product includes e-wallet, payment, lending, payment gateway, point of sales, and digital identity. And our mission is to drive financial inclusion by empowering every Indonesian to easily manage their finance and attain financial security. Now, having said that, for us as a company, we view cloud infra as a strong foundation for our innovation. Why cloud? Three things. One, cloud infrastructure enables us to speed up time to market. We can push new values to the user. We can push features to our end users without having to experience the headache of managed hardwares. Second thing is scalability and performance. The nature of our product requires requires us to handle dynamic traffic day in and day out. And we see that cloud infra enable us to instantly scale up and scale down resources based on their usage. And this is very vital for our financial product because we have to process every request correctly in a timely manner. And the last thing, security and compliance. We are handling financial data, so it has to be very correct. But also, because we are a financial institution, we are heavily regulated by our government's regulatory body. So we have to make everything comply. No comply, no business. So these three things, these three limitations, basically pushes us to pick cloud infra as the base infrastructure in favor of handling our own data center. So, however, as a part of an infrastructure team, there are three things that we cannot avoid: debt, tax, and migration. I won't talk about that. I will not talk about tax, but I will talk about migration. So here's the story. In late 2024, basically mid last year, our company appointed Alibaba Cloud to be our new cloud provider. And so subsequently, the migration work started on October last year. And I was appointed as the lead project for that migration. No small feat. I thought it was going to be quite scary because when I did some research, I found out that over 75% of cloud migration projects fail. Either they fail completely, or they wait, or the project goes on and on forever, even longer than waiting for Manchester United to win another Premier League title. However, having said that, we see it from the get-go. We have thought that in order for us to be able to successfully complete this project, we require a strong and trusted partner, and we need to have a strong collaboration with that partner. This may sound scary. However, if I fail, I will not talk here in front of you guys. Yes, we've managed to complete the migration. So in total, we've managed to migrate more than 8,000 services, maybe close to 9,000, more than 2,000 databases, and even petabytes of data. We have successfully completed to migrate all of those from our old cloud environment to Alibaba Cloud. In that process, we've also managed to consolidate our cloud providers. Previously, we used a multi-cloud setup in a multi-region setup. Now we've consolidated everything into one provider in one region in Indonesia. And yes, we have managed to complete this ahead of schedule. Not only on time, but ahead of schedule. Yep. We set up about more than 10 months initially, but then we managed to complete it by 9 months. And also, what even more impressive is that we've managed to complete all of this with very minimal downtime. So for our end user, they experience no down whatsoever, no impact to their overall experience of using our applications. Business running as usual, people pay as usual, without having to understand that behind the scene, the infrastructure team and the product team are working very busy to move the services into the new cloud providers. What I also didn't add to this slide is that during that process, we've even managed to launch new features during this migration time to our end users. So that's very quite impressive if I see it in retrospective. Now, how did we manage to do that? The star of the story here is two things. One, our very strong engineering culture, and then the two, our investment in our internal developer tooling that enable us to perform this migration in a self-service manner. Here, let me tell you something. On this migration, we don't have the infra team one by one manually copying every service to the new cloud environment. No, but let me hear you one thing. So how did we do this? We do it in 5 different steps. At the first step, we set up the infra. We set up the Kubernetes cluster, Argo CD, the GitLab runner, and everything. And then we set up that infra for the service in the Ali Cloud environment. Okay. Also to add, we follow Alibaba Cloud landing zone design. So we have a very clean-cut ownership information on each Alibaba Cloud project. Second thing is, after the infra team finish setting up the infrastructure, our product engineering team can seamlessly copy their existing services to the new Alibaba Cloud infrastructure, all via graphical UI, no terminal whatsoever. They just need to click, and then the service get copied to this new environment when they do the next deployment. So they can do this in a self-service manner. So at this point in time, their services live in both the old cloud and then the new Alibaba Cloud environment. After that, on the third step, the product engineer only need to do change of configuration. So they now need to point the traffic to go into that new service. Okay? And after that, they can safely roll out the changes gradually. 1% to the new cloud, 2% to the new cloud, 5%, 10%, etc. Up until the last point, they have 100% traffic served on the new cloud environment, and then they can clean up the old services in the old cloud environment safely. So I think one of the strong anecdote I had from this experience is that at one point, we even had the product engineering team do all of this on their own without the infra team know that they're doing it. So I think this is a very cool experience, because then I see that how the product engineer can safely migrate service to the new environment with very minimal manual help from the infra engineering team. I think that's very cool. So what do we have from this whole activity? We see 4 different benefits. From the cost perspective, we've managed to reduce costs down to 50% compared to the old environment that we use. Second, because we've consolidated all of the thing into consolidate the cloud in one single area closer to our end users, we've reduced the network hops, and in turn, this improve the UX, give better UX for the users, because they can do things more instantly. Third thing is that one of our product engineers actually reported that the database have a 30% performance increase using PolarDB compared to the previous database that they use. And then the fourth one, we have a compliance setup. We have everything in Indonesia adhering to the regulatory compliance, and we have also set up the DR setup on this new cloud setup. So all these 4 things, I think, is a very huge benefit for us, strong foundation for us to move forward in the future, all thanks to the cloud migration. So what do we learn from this activity? I think it's down to 3 things. One, the DevOps principle. If you've heard about DevOps, you know about the terms, you build it, you own it. Now you build it, you own it, you migrate it. As the service owners, you know how best to migrate your services, and we've basically enabled that. How we enabled that? Second thing, we've managed to did a lot of tooling investment over the past few years, and I think this is where our investment actually paid off handsomely. We've captured the DevOps principle into a standardized practice that we've captured in our internal tooling. And also, I would like to give a shout out to the Alibaba Cloud, because we can basically complete it without any hiccups. I like to point out ECS, the managed Kubernetes, PolarDB, Max Compute, and OSS that plays vital role in our infra right now. And basically, we can just move things and have everything working as is, as we've expected. So, with that being said, we still have some more roadmap in the future. As a new users of Alibaba Cloud, we still need to do a lot of resource optimization to get better performance out of the resource that we've used. We also like to adopt the latest machine types. We've heard about the 9th generation machine, and I think that this is something very interesting to use. And finally, we want to use all the Alibaba AI capability for us to improve our internal operation. And so, I would like, again, as part of GoTo, I would like to thank strong collaboration from the Alibaba Cloud team. And I think this collaboration makes us different from Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has Mission Impossible, we have Mission Possible. Thank you.